Hello chess family, it's me National Master Jesse James. It's time for another London system video. In this one we're going to be taking on the Queen's Indian defense. So basically we're doing our London system setup and they're going to be going queenside and fianchettoing their bishop. What do we do here? Well, to be honest, we're just going to get extra space here. So we're just going to take the extra space, develop our pieces, and then push forward. I will say most of the time when you play these games, you're going to be getting a very good center. So we can either pivot kingside or queenside. Let's take a look at this example game. Here we go. We start off with d4, knight f6, knight f3, b6. Here we go. This is the Queen's Indian defense. Bishop to f4, bishop to b7, e3. Again, just nice, easy setup here. Black plays c5, and any true London player knows we don't take this pawn. We just keep it nice and simple. Keep developing your pieces. Knight b to d2, pawn to g6. Here, black decides to do with a double fianchetto. Pawn to c3, bishop to g7, pawn to h3. Not really needed in this position, but I guess white was kind of used to it. Castles, bishop to e2. Just following the rule against the fianchetto, we usually go ahead and play bishop e2 and not to d3 in these situations. With that being said, the d3 square was actually better for them because you can see here black's already trying to annex or try to control our square here on e4. Black continues with knight c6. Castles, d6 gets played. And this is very typical whenever they do try these Queen's Indian setups. Again, not the best move, but if they do try to play something like pawn to d5, you see the e5 square gets weak. And as a London player, well, you're just very used to this, so you know you're going to be jumping your knights in here and just trying to hold this position and restrain and maintain. All right, so d6 got played. And, well, white goes for a nice idea here, pawn to a4. a5 is in the works here, but it's really just trying to constrict. Again, not giving away your hand just yet. Here a6 gets played. Now a weak square on b6 gets seen. And here we just keep expanding. Knight c4. This induces b5 to get played, which actually, I will say I don't like it too much as black, but I could definitely see people playing it just because it looks like it's a free tempo. With that being said, white wants this to happen because they want you to push forward too fast. And then what are you going to do? Well, you're going to say, come on in. And then once they get too far behind enemy lines, then you're going to surround them and then win them. And this is exactly what Kasparov does. Here b5 push was played, and well, let's go ahead and play it. Knight to a3 here. Actually better than playing 8 takes and 8 takes here. Okay, well, knight to a3 gets played. And what else can you do here? b4 gets played. So now you've won your c4 square. Yes, black got a little bit extra space here, but I don't think it's going to be anything to write home about. Again, it's all about these center squares over here. So here we go. C takes b4. Knight takes on b4, a little bit more active over here. You're more than welcome to try c takes on b4, but again, you just throw your knight to a better square. Knight to c4. If d5, well, the knight just jumps to e5, and you can see that they got a little bit over here, but we definitely took the center here by ourselves. And it's kind of hard here. Here even we have a5 with knight b6 idea winning on the queen side too, and again isolating this pawn. So black went ahead and played knight takes on b4. D takes on c5, a very good move. Why? Well, after the pawn takes back over here, well, it's an isolated pawn, and white's just going to be having a target over here. Remember, a lot of times in these queenside games, especially when you're playing the London system, you are going queenside. Well, you want to attack over here, so you're looking for any kind of trace to open up lines. And this pawn is just a juicy pawn that can become a weakness over here. Well, black decided to get a little bit more aggressive and not go for this line as, well, yeah, again, that's just isolated pawn, so we didn't want this. So we went ahead and played knight fd5, going for complications, which is correct. And here the position does start to go a little bit wild here. A little bit, it definitely goes wild here, especially when you're playing someone like Kasparov. And I would say, you know, take a second here and think, because, well, can you guess the move that Kasparov plays here? You know, Kasparov is a very very aggressive player. He likes to get his way, and right here with the position so complicated, there's many moves to consider. Moving the bishop, pawn takes on d6 here. Black has their own threats. Bishop takes on b2, knight takes on f4. Again, you can sit here for quite a while and try to find the best move. All right, did you find an idea you liked? Here Kasparov goes for it. C takes on d6 here, and well, here black went ahead and played bishop takes b2, not expecting Kasparov's next move. With that being said here, I would have definitely, if I was playing black here, look about playing knight takes on f4 here. And it looks like this is the best move in the position, as if you do try to take on e7, well, simple chess, you just take on e2, winning a piece here. So here, you're just going to have to go ahead and take back. And then black has his choice of moves here. You have the bishop takes on b2, Queen takes d6, e takes d6. Either way, it's about an even game at this point. Okay, back to the game. After c takes d6, bishop takes on b2. What does Kasparov do? He goes for the complications and goes for the throat. Here we go. Bishop to h6, saying, take my rook. You want it so bad? Take it. And this is definitely one of those good ways to go ahead and give away your exchange. Because why? Well, the bishop is already worth like 4 to 5 points or dollars, as I like to say. And why is that? Well, because this is one of your kingside defenders, and it's your main kingside defender. So giving up this bishop is totally called for. And well, I'll say it, I don't even think it's a gambit line. It's just a very good move to play here. It's a very practical way to play forward. And well, black believed him and played rook to e7 here. Again, if you take on a1 here, it's +3 now. Queen takes on a1. You don't even win the exchange, and you've well, you're going to be losing the exchange back. Queen is threatening to take on g7. The bishop's still attacking the rook over here on f8. There's just no time here, and you're going to have to make some weaknesses. Knight to f6. Oof, knight to c4 can get played. The computer's being really mean here, and I'm pretty sure Kasparov would be even meaner in this position. With that being said, rook e8 got played in the game, and here Kasparov finds a killer move. White to move. I challenge you to see if you can find the best move in this position. The exclam, the one giving you a +3 advantage. White to move. What do you play here? All right, hopefully you push pause and try to figure this one out. Here, d7 gets played. All about the tempo, bringing the queen to a square she does not want to come to. Well, you're pretty much forced to take. If you don't, you're going to be losing the exchange. So, queen takes on d7, and again, like I said, it's all about that tempo. Knight c4 for a double attack on the bishop, but also looking about maybe knight b6 ideas, and knight to e5 over here. It is pretty hard, so he went ahead and took. Queen takes on a1, and the game is just going to be over here. Here, there's just so much attacking potential in this position. It's just game over. Oof, look at that juicy g7 square right here. Here, well, e5 got played, and this is definitely bad, as you can feel all the dark squares just weak around here. With that being said, what other choices were there? I guess you could try pawn to f6, but here we see the beautiful move, pawn to e4 here. What does this do? Well, can't the knight just move away? The question is, where does the knight move to? I guess you could try on c7 over here, and knight b6, and the idea is opening up over here too. So kingside attacking ideas, and you also got this fork winning your material back right away. Okay, what happens if knight f6 gets played? Simple chess, just knight b6. Again, winning back your material, plus you have a really good attacking position. So e5 got played, and now, well, for someone like Kasparov, simple chess. Knight takes on e5, queen to e6. Here the dark squares are weak. Knight to g4. Looking at this very nice knight f6 idea. And here black cannot help it. He plays pawn to f6 here. You got to try and guard this f6 square. Unfortunately, the game ends really soon now. Bishop c4. Oof. Rook to f8. Sorry, just looking at the position. It's just so bad. And here, well, the final stroke. Do you want to find the move? It's white to move and force the win of material. All right, hopefully you push pause. Hopefully you try to find it. Here we see this beautiful idea. Pawn to e4 and black resigns. Okay, why is this? Well, if queen takes on e4 here, it's just a forced win here. Do you see it? Here's, it's all about this pin. It's all about the f6 square, as we've been saying. Knight takes on f6 check. Well, there's nothing really good to do here. Rook takes on f6. Queen takes on f6, and now you realize, oh no, it's in a pin, and there's no good way to get out of the checkmate here. The queen can't even come back to e7, because again, it's still in the pin, and after queen takes e7, there's no good way to stop checkmate on g7 here. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Remember, whenever you're playing against the Queen's Indian defense, when they fianchetto their bishop against your London, just go ahead and control the center, develop your pieces, and then you can expand in the center, and then you can pivot either to the king side or the queen side for the gate. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.